Howdy y'all. Today I'm going to be explaining my reasoning to why, in my personal opinion, this is the best EDC knife that I've ever found. So, first off, you have the G10 scales. So, it's just a really great material. Gives you nice grip while still being lightweight. And you also have a fairly large lanyard hole, so it's super easy to get some paracord through there. Other ones I've found, it can be a pain to get a lanyard, or not a lanyard, but paracord through a lanyard hole on knives, but that is nice and big, so it's super easy to thread that through. And then this one here is in 20 CV, but it is in S45 VN for the standard model, and I believe it's somewhere around 200 for the standard model, which that steel will perform very well and hold its edge fairly well. It's overall just a really great steel for the price. And another thing is the blade shape on this. It's just such a versatile blade shape, with that it's got like a kind of a low tip, but also a high tip, if that makes sense. It's like the perfect blend, in my opinion, for what I use it for. It's great for opening packages and just general everyday tasks. You can use it fairly easy to get some cuts without having to raise your arm up too high, and it's very comfortable to use. Has some great jimping on there, so it keeps you nice and locked in. You can make some nice precision cuts and grip up on it. I love the deployment method of the hole. It's just a lot easier compared to thumb studs, and makes it a lot easier if you're using gloves or something like that. Just having that big giant area to deploy it. And another thing is that it has a very great lock, in my opinion. It's more of like an opinion thing, because, I mean, not everybody is going to like it. Its locks are all preference, but it's super fidgety and just super easy to use. I very much prefer it over something like the Axis lock on the bug out. It's up there with the Shark lock for me, but I do prefer this a little bit better, just because it doesn't really wear out your fingers as much and just kind of cut them up as much, and you can just fidget with this all day and not really even notice it. Like I said, it's super light, so it won't be weighing down your pockets. Has great aftermarket capabilities, so you can get multiple scales, lanyard tubes, back spacers, pocket clips, and all sorts of stuff for this. One complaint I do have, though, is with the pocket clip. It is not deep carry, and it can be a little bit annoying to use, but it's a super simple fix. You can just get like a pocket clip from Winch Northwest or something like that, Rips Garage Tech, and just put that on there, and that will fix your problem super easy. I know it's not ideal to have to replace the pocket clip on a knife after purchase, but I think it makes up for it with all of the other great features. I haven't really had too much of a problem with it, but in my opinion, it definitely doesn't look as good, and you can kind of tell that somebody has a knife in their pocket. I will replace the pocket clip eventually, but I'm kind of just carrying it like this for now. I've been carrying this for around a month now, I believe, so I've kind of gotten to get a feel for it and see how much I like it. And it hasn't left my pocket ever since I got it. I honestly can't recommend this knife enough. It outcompetes the Bug Out, the AD 20.5, just all of those other models that are in its price range, in my opinion. They also have the Pair 2 if you like a bigger knife, but I prefer the Pair 3. It's the perfect size for me. It's the best blend of small but also being big enough to where you can use it. The mini bug out is a little small for me. It kind of disappears in your hand, and that's not really ideal. I did throw a lanyard on there, but I think I took that off, so I just don't really like having lanyards on my knives very much. I will throw it on some, but if you don't like lanyards, this is definitely the way to go, because the bug out, or the mini bug out, will not be great for larger hands. The full-size bug out, though, is gonna be a little bit bigger, so it's probably around the same size as this, a little bit smaller. So I would compare it to the size of that. But like I said, I definitely prefer this better just because of the ease of use and the mechanics. Another thing I forgot to touch on is that this lock will not break as easy as the Omega springs in the Benchmade bug out. Those break very often, I hear, and I've never once heard of a lock on a pair of 3 failing. It's a very secure lock as well, and just super easy to access. There are mods where you can put a little tab on there so it makes it a little bit easier to use and don't have to reach your finger in there as far. Also some jimping up on there to give you better grip. And that's about it. I have, like I said, carried this for a long while, and I really recommend you guys check them out and get one if you haven't already. Hope y'all have a good one. Be safe. Don't forget to check this knife out.